Good evening. I'd like to call to order our meeting today for the Allegany County Board of Education, Tuesday, June 10th, 2025 at 5 p.m. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This time, Mr. Llewellyn will read closed session summaries for executive sessions held May 27th.
The Allegany County Board of Education met in closed session at 3 o'clock p.m. on May 27, 2025, here at the central office. All 5 board members were present. The topics discussed were summer hours, administrative openings, new auditor meeting, U.S. cellular tower, cell phone policy, ground lease, superintendent goals and evaluation.
Thank you, Mr. Llewellyn. Consent agenda. Is there a motion regarding the consent agenda?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Dr. Bond, second by Ms. Lepley. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Thank you. And first on our agenda today, we're going to recognize our ACPS retirees. Ms. Lepley will be at the podium. If you're present, when we call your name, you'll just come forward. She has a certificate to recognize all your work in ACPS, but we're going to read the list of everyone, whether they're present or not this evening. Michael McGowan, 51 years of service. Roberta Clark, 40 years. Karen McCabe, 40 years. Dr. Kim Green Callball, 37 years. Heidi Loppert, 37 years. Robin Border, 35 years. Karen Irons, 34 years. Christine Repan, 33 years. Stephanie Renard, 33 years. Desiree Witt, 33 years. Edward Cockrum, 32 years. Joseph Johnson, 32 years. Teresa Matthews, 32 years. Lisa Lutton, 31 years. Lynn Muir, 31 years. Catherine Anderson, 30 years. Deborah High, 30 years. Jennifer Lockard, 30 years. Scott Van Vlack, 30 years. Todd Cannon, 28 years. Sandra Clark, 28 years. Joseph Heinrich, 28 years. April McClay, 27 years. Lisa Paz, 27 years. Kathy Robinson, 27 years. Kathy Beeman, 25 years. Stephanie Maddie, 25 years. Melissa Tarberton, 25 years. Barbie Mallow, 21 years. Darlene Ringler, 21 years. Sherry Robinson, 21 years. Deborah Ross, 20 years. Jean Fazenbaker, 20 years. Faith Lazier, 20 years. Janice Rains, 19 years. Teresa Largent, 18 years. Terry Yost, 18 years. Susan Howard, 15 years. And Gary Matthews, 15 years.
We just got done meeting over in the Lincoln Room, but publicly I want to say congratulations, and we appreciate all that you've done for the school system and the students in the community of Allegany County, and we wish you the best of luck in retirement.
Okay, at this time, we're going to recognize our track and field state champions if Miss Tracy Leonard is outside. Sorry, we had Tracy's name down. She put you on the spot. You can blame her.
Good afternoon, Board and Mr. Blank. And Mr. Blank, congratulations on your retirement. Well deserved. And keep in touch. As you asked the other day, well, what do you do every day? There's plenty to do in the world, trust me. But I would like to, I'm here to help to recognize Avery Miller and Ryan Wu from Allegany High School, who both won individual championships at the recent 1A state track and field meet. And first I want to introduce Ryan Wu. Ryan, would you stand up? Ryan is a young man who started throwing the shot put and the discus last year. And last year he did not qualify for the state meet in the shot put, if I'm correct. But he did qualify for the state meet in the discus and ended up, I think, placing 13th or 14th. Okay? But he set a goal for himself that he was going to get better. And there were times when I would be out at ACPS in the evenings and walking, or with some kids training them for cross country, and Ryan would be out there throwing. So I think they always say, 10,000, throws or whatever, you're going to get better. And he got better, and he got better, and he got better. And as a result, Ryan this year, he actually ended up earning the silver medal in the shot put with a throw that was 9 feet farther than what he threw last year at the regional meet. And then in the state, then in the discus, he ended up winning the gold medal, and he threw a total of 48 feet better than he threw last year at the state meet. So again, hard work, hard work, hard work. So congratulations, Ryan.
Sorry, it's my first time.
Congratulations, Ryan.
Dr. Brown, just real quick, Ryan, when did you notice when you made that goal? You don't just come in first and second at states, but when did you notice when you were practicing that this is working and you can see improvement?
Well, improvement's not like instant,
That's right.
So it's more about grit and discipline. And you used to go out there every day, and you don't really see the difference. It's almost like looking at yourself every day in the mirror. You don't see yourself change, but if someone doesn't see you for a while, they'll be like, "Wow, you're so different," So I guess the beginning of indoor track season, that's when you really hone in on it, and you're like, yeah, you have a chance at the medal. So
Right. So in the winter, you were hoping to have a shot at the first, second, or third in the state.
yeah, my original goal was only gold in the discus because I kind of sucked that shot. But like you get better. So
Yeah.
and as you grow, your dreams get bigger. So
Yeah.
I got decently close. So I'm proud of myself. So
Well, congratulations.
thanks, sir.
Yeah. And I do want to mention that Ryan has always been a team leader. And also, I want to give kudos to his coach, Dave Lancaster, who could not be here tonight, who is, I think, arguably the best throws coach in the state of high school throws coach in the state of Maryland. Sarah Bennett from Fort Hill might disagree with me a little bit. Sarah's like, what about me? Yeah, okay. So that's why I say arguably. So anyway, but congratulations, Ryan. This next person, I'm not sure what else to say that hasn't been said. I was just talking to Mr. Rumgay outside, and I think all of us agree that Avery Miller is a once-in-a-generation athlete. And I would argue that she's the best athlete to ever, male or female, come out of Allegany County. When you look at her overall athletic career, and she's also an outstanding student, just as Ryan is, with basketball, with soccer, with softball, with track and field and such. But these track and field statistics I'm going to share with you are rather astounding. Of course, this year she broke the Maryland state record for the most individual titles in Maryland State track and field history with a total of 14. And with that being said, while winning 14 gold medals throughout her 4-year career, she did so in 8 different events. 8 different events, ranging from the 100, the 200, the 400, the 800, the 330 hurdles, the long jump, the triple jump, and the discus. That's just remarkable. And with that being said, this past spring, we had to make some adjustments because early on she was having some hamstring issues, and so we ended up pulling her out of the 100, the 200, and the 400 and put her in some other events. But there were other events that we knew that she had the potential to win, and by golly, she did. So that's pretty amazing. And with that, I just want to say one more thing about Avery. There are a total of 18 events in track and field. And at Allegany High School, she now has 8 individual school records. And she was also a member of all 4 of the school setting relay teams. So at Allegany High School, when you look at that record board next year, you'll see Avery Miller's name up there, a total of 12 out of the 18 events. And that's just phenomenal. So congratulations, Avery.
Avery, what was your most satisfying? I'm going to turn the tables on you a little bit. Just tell me which one was the most rewarding, satisfying.
I'd say the discus, just because my other events, like the year before I hadn't done the 300 hurdles, but I still had done the 100, so I knew hurdle form and stuff. But going into the season, I had never thrown a discus before, and so I did it like halfway through the season. I started, and I just like kept working at it, and I'd go up every day, and it was just like, I think that was the one I was most excited about winning at the end.
Yeah. And we know where you're going. What are you planning on doing in the track and field arena? Do you know yet?
I plan on next year placing at like Big Ten NCAA championships, hopefully, or making it there.
Specializing in any? What's your?
Decathlon.
Okay. Yeah, we've been reading about you in that. So, well, congratulations and good luck.
So I did fail to mention that Ryan will be going to UMBC next year, and of course Avery will be going to Penn State. So again, congratulations, and congratulations to these other track and field folks, because we're a pretty close-knit family, and such, and just wish everyone the best. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hello. Hi, I'm Coach Zach Alkire, Fort Hill Track. I'm here to recognize Maylee Plummer and Landon Schweitzer, both of which won the state championship in high jump this year. So needless to say, before we talk about them, we should probably thank Coach Plummer, Maylee's dad, who was the jumpers coach this year. Obviously did a phenomenal job with all the jumpers, but especially with these two. I'm going to echo what George said about the talent level at the 1A state track meet this year. Was probably the best that I've seen. I've been coaching track now for maybe 20 years, and it's probably the best that I've ever seen in the 1A. So the fact that we've have so many kids here today representing our county as state champions says a lot about the individual athletes and the programs in the county. It's very strong. So again, congratulations to all of you guys. First, we'll start off with Landon. Landon's been a multi-sport athlete here at Fort Hill. Play a little bit of football, play basketball, and he dabbled in some track and was ultimately very successful in it. A great kid, very easy to talk to, very polite kid, and he's going to do some great things. At the state track meet, he jumped 6'2", and beating I think a kid from Boonesboro by 2 inches in the jump to win his state championship. So congratulations, Landon.
Landon, how did it go down at the state championship?
It was hard.
Back and forth.
Back and forth with him for sure.
And did you clear each time, or give me a
I
little?
think I ended up failing. I think I failed 6 foot my first time, and then I cleared the rest of them first try.
And did your competitor clear the 6 foot first?
No, they most of them failed those ones a couple of times, and some of them got on the 3rd try.
So you already set the stage a little bit.
Yeah.
6'2".
It feels good when you clear it the first time. Everybody has to clear it more time. It puts more pressure on them.
You jumped over 6'2", huh?
You want to stand up there?
I know.
I could have done a lot better, but
What, your best is what, 6'4" this year?
6'6".
6'6". So you didn't need PR. You didn't need a PR.
No.
Congratulations.
Landon, I just have to say, I got a little teary-eyed when Zach recognized you. And Landon played baseball with both of my boys, and they were just little boys. And I'm proud of you. It's been a long time watching you grow up. You've done a good job. All of you have done a great job. I'm sorry. I just didn't expect to get emotional for someone that's not my kid, but every now and then it hits you. And congratulations. Good job.
All right. So, Maylee, she's been here before for this particular event. She won her junior year in both indoor and outdoor, and then was able to come back again this year and won the outdoor championship. Indoor too?
I got
Second indoor. Okay. So Maylee this year, though, it was very exciting. She won with a jump of 5 foot and a jump off with 4 other girls. So they had all tied at 410. They all had to go at 5 foot, and she was the only one to clear 5 foot, and thus giving her that title. So it was pretty exciting, to say the least. So congratulations, Maylee.
So when it was the 4 of you jumping off, where were you?
Oh, I was scared. I was nervous.
No, you weren't. You made it.
I did. I actually was probably one of my best jumps all season, to be honest. So I was really happy to make it. I put a lot of pressure on everyone else.
Did you go first, second, third, or fourth?
I think I was second. Yeah, I
Second.
was second to jump, I'm pretty sure. So,
And as a coach and parent and everyone, when it's on the line and you do your best, that speaks volumes. Yeah.
I know how to go back out there and just jump my best because I didn't clear it the first time. So I was like, I have to clear it now. So
Yeah.
that's all I did.
That's awesome. What's the plans for you two? Next year, what's going on?
Oh, I'm going to college for track, so
Where are you going?
James Madison University.
I know. Share with everybody. Come on. James Madison University for.
Oh, for high jump, yeah. I'm hopefully maybe triple jump, but I'm definitely going for high jump for sure.
Okay. What plans do you have?
I'm gonna be HVAC technician.
Oh, awesome. I'll be looking for you. It's true. It's hard to find people with those skills. So, congratulations, both.
All right, hey, this is my first time here, so if I mess up, I'm sorry. I'm Jaron Hawkins. I'm the girls' track and field coach at Mountain Ridge High School, and I'm here tonight to honor Sophia Brill, who this year won the 3,200-meter run at the state track and field meet. Anyone who pays attention to distance running knows that this has been in the works. Sophia's been on the verge for a couple years now, and some strange things have happened over the years to not make that work. Like this winter, she ended up with a splinter in her foot the week before regionals, so she didn't get to run regionals and then didn't get to run the state meet. Last year at the state meet, Sophia ran 12:18. 17, sorry. Not giving you enough credit for the 2 mile, and this year you ran 11:26. 11, so a significant cut. Now, the thing about distance runners is you have, for her, 8 laps, and in those 8 laps you get to see just a little bit of struggle. You don't see the years and months of that. You don't see the practices where she's throwing up or on her hands and knees, can't finish a workout. Those are frustrating days, but you do get to see that moment of relief at the end that every athlete loves and every coach enjoys beyond belief. So for a distance runner, you have to have a plan going into a race. And Sophia gets kind of antsy and wants to take over from the gun. So this year we said, hey, just get in the race, chill out, get in a pack, wait for your coaches to say when you can pull away. We said, whatever you do, don't be in the lead at 400 meters. 400 is one lap. So Sophia was not in the lead at 400 meters, but she was in the lead at 401 meters and then pulled away from there. Just an amazing kid, amazing athlete, and we're blessed to have a really great distance coach there in Dan DeWitt, pulling her along and taking her under his wing. So there you go.
Sophia, how close was it?
Not that close.
So on lap 4, you knew it was pretty much in the bag. Is that what you're telling me?
It was just hanging in there and just like challenging myself. I like when I get to race against myself because it's like the mental game and everything.
Sure.
So it was really exciting.
What's your PR?
11:25.
So when that breeze goes by,
That's right. That's our.
yeah, yeah. And what's next?
I mean, I'm my senior year and I want to do really well with PRs and everything for that. But in the future for college, I want to run Division 1
Yeah.
next year.
What do you think, Coach?
That's doable. Yes.
There we go. Congratulations.
The students are welcome if you want to go out now. You have a minute. You're welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting. It's very exciting. I'm sure you would enjoy, but you're welcome to go ahead out.
I kind of want to go off script here just for a minute under superintendent's report. Is that the last?
Nope, you're not allowed.
Is that the last one?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm not on the agenda any further, I just want to take a moment to
Okay. You don't always have to know.
she's
everything.
patting me.
You're out of order?
Wait till the end.
As I say at home, yes, ma'am.
We're going to move into unfinished business, and we have consider second reading of student schedules and course loads, and I'll turn it over to Mr. Llewellyn.
You have policy IE in front of you for second reading. Very few changes. Sorry, you have IE in front of you, very few changes, second reading.
Motion to approve second reading of student schedules and course load policies, file IIE.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Green, second by Dr. Bond. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Thank you.
Next, you have second reading of change to IKA, evaluation of students, just changing the definition of extra credit.
Motion to approve evaluation of students, file IKA.
Second it.
Motion by Mrs. Lepley, second by Mrs. Widmeyer. Any questions or discussions? All in favor? Passes unanimously again.
Next is the brand-new policy, telehealth for students policy, second reading for this new policy.
Motion to approve second reading of telehealth for student policy, file JHCG.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Dr. Bond, second by Mrs. Widmeyer. Any questions, discussions? All in favor? Unanimous, thank you. Okay, at this time we'll move into public comment. We did not have anyone signed up to speak this evening. Is there anyone that missed signing up out front before we move on? Okay, thank you. We'll move into new business, and we have Mr. McKenzie for consideration of the operating budget.
Thank you. So for your consideration this evening, I provided kind of an update of where things kind of ended, let's say, for the budget. I will say this particular year was extremely difficult in trying to, because there was so much uncertainty at the not only the state level, the federal level, and also the local level. So whenever we put the budget together initially, we based it off of the governor's initial proposed budget. And we ended up, what ended up passing through the legislature ended up being a little bit better than that. So we picked up about $1.4 million in revenues. And what I'm suggesting is that we allow that to reduce the amount of fund balance we had intended on using. So that'll go from $3 million down to $1,557,072. The other big unknown at the time, whenever we were putting the budget together, was exactly how much would be passed back to the county in terms of the teacher pension pass back. And again, being conservative, whenever we first put the budget together, we utilized $1,354,000 as the number, and it was, which basically represented the whole pass back. What ended up passing the legislature was a little bit less than that. It was $754,000 as our obligation. So we were about $600,000 better there. So, but because what that was both a revenue and an expense, it really didn't have an impact. It reduced revenues and reduced expenses by the same amount. So overall, we did see a 2% increase in the county's appropriation, and that was driven primarily by the increase of $754,000 for the teacher pension passback, and $1,575,000, or about 1.5% from the state, and again $1,557,000 worth of fund balance. So overall, the budget was 2.7% higher than last year's budget. So if what's being presented tonight assumes no additional changes from you all. Should you have changes tonight, I will work those through into the kind of the final product.
Any questions for Mr. McKenzie? You need a motion to approve this, correct?
Correct.
Yes. Is there a motion to approve Mr. McKenzie's adjustment?
Motion to approve the FY26 operating budget adjustment.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Green, second by Dr. Vaughn. All those in favor? Passes unanimously.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. McKenzie. Okay, now consider approval of the special education staffing plan. Mrs. Debbie Matheny.
Good evening. As you know, every county in Maryland is required to present a staffing plan to the board for approval. And so tonight we are presenting our staffing plan. I believe you did receive a hard copy of the entire plan. I'm just going to speak to a summary. This plan was approved yesterday by the Special Ed Citizens Advisory Committee, and the last step is board approval. So ACPS currently has 1,533 students receiving special education services. This is 19% of our student population, and it is an increase of 156 students from the previous year. I do want to note that 20% of that increase are students who moved into our county with IEPs. So we have the issue of declining enrollment and then increase in student population needing special education services, which is contributing to the higher percentage. We attempt to maintain a ratio of 1 special ed teacher per every 12 to 15 students in an inclusive setting, 1 special ed teacher for every 6 students in an elementary self-contained setting, and 1 special ed teacher for every 10 students in a secondary self-contained setting. In addition, we have 943 students receiving speech therapy, and we're attempting to maintain approximately a 1 to 50 caseload for our speech therapists. The next slide summarizes our staffing positions that we need to meet the needs of those students. So we are asking for 105 special education teachers, 102 full-time IAs, instructional assistants, 63 and a half contractual instructional assistants, 0.4 of an audiologist, which is 2 days per week, 21.2 speech-language pathologist, 1 teacher who is the teacher of the visually impaired and is also certified as a deaf educator, 1 mental health counselor on the special education side, 9 school psychologists, again attempting to reach the 1 to 700 ratio of students to school psychologists that is recommended, 1 infant and toddler coordinator, 14.6 special ed facilitators who chair our IEP process, 5 behavior specialists, 1 non-public coordinator, 1 data manager, and 4 instructional specialists. This plan does provide for an additional 5 teaching positions due to the increase in students, and those are funded through the local budget. An addition of 1 school psychologist position funded through our medical assistance funds, and the addition of 19 contractual instructional assistant positions funded through the local budget. So I'm asking the board this evening for approval of the staffing plan, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have.
Are there any questions for Mrs. Matheny? Okay, is there a motion regarding the staffing plan?
Motion to approve the special education staffing plan.
Motion by Mrs. Lepley, is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we have a few policies left under new business. I'll turn it back over to Mr. Llewellyn.
Your first policy tonight for first read is a new policy for cell phones. This is the much-awaited cell phone policy. The meat's going to be in the regulation, which we'll have next month. But the policy statement here is that the Board of Education values instructional time and seeks to create a focused educational environment where distractions are minimized. So the regulation you're going to see next month is going to build on that. Can I answer any questions you have?
Is there a motion to approve cell phone?
Motion to approve first reading of cell phone policy JCIJ.
Second that motion.
Motion by Dr. Bond, second by Mr. Green. Any questions or concerns, discussion?
I'd just like to say thanks to the policy committee for getting this in place. It's something that has needed put forth for a while. So I'm sure our teachers will be happy to see this going through.
Anyone else? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Thank you.
Next, you have a regulation change, and so this just needs a review. That means you don't vote unless you want to send it back to policy committee. And this has to do with student schedules and course loads. And we're just tweaking some things here. Part of this is to sync up with the college drop ad schedule.
Any questions or comments regarding the regulation? Thank you.
Next, you have another regulation. This is IKA, evaluations of students. Again, you did the policy earlier for extra credit change. This is just the change in the regulation to correspond. And again, no motion is needed unless you want to send it back to policy committee.
Any questions regarding file IKA? Moving on.
This is another regulation. This is IKC R1. This is for class rankings and grade point average. And you can see there's two very small changes to that regulation. Again, don't vote unless you want it to go back to policy committee.
Any questions or comments on file IKC? Next.
Next, you have a new regulation to correspond with the telehealth for students policy. So this is the meat of that policy. There's a good bit here, and I'm happy to answer any questions you have regarding that. Again, you don't vote unless you want this to go back to policy committee.
Any questions for file JHCG? Okay, that's it for the policy. So I was going to joke that we have one more retiree to recognize this evening who probably thought that we forgot about him, but I think he actually does think that we forgot about him because he had remarks prepared that we didn't let him get to just yet. So Mr. Blank, we're going to ask that you would go to the podium to be recognized this evening, please.
Might want to
Take your comments.
You're going to be there a while.
It's not a speech.
Don't like being on the other side of that microphone, do you?
No, not so much. That's okay.
Tonight is Mr. Blank's last meeting prior to his retirement on June 30th, so we as the board would like to recognize him for his dedication to ACPS. Mr. Blank has 37 years in ACPS. During that time, he's worked as a teacher, an assistant principal, has worked in food service, transportation, human resources, and last but not least, he's been the superintendent for the past 6 years. His work experience and what I would call his calm, cool, and collected personality have served ACPS well and helped lead us through many ups and downs the past few years. Mr. Blank, on behalf of the board, we thank you for being such a positive influence on our students and our staff, and for your leadership and dedication to ACPS and our community. While we hate to see you go, we really do wish you the best in your retirement, and congratulations. We have a little something for you from the board members, hoping that this helps you to get back to some of your hobbies.
Thank
I just have a couple quick questions.
Yes, sir.
So looking back over your entire career, all the way back to 1988, I asked you that at the retirement thing. Beyond the budgets, the buildings, and the issues, and thinking about the thousands of students who have passed through your classrooms and this district, what is one core value or lesson, unrelated to academics, that you hope has been woven into the fabric of their education? Something you hope they carry with them long after they've forgotten your name, which will probably be in about a week or so.
That's right. I think that's simple. It's the same thing with my family. You work hard, hard work. You work hard, good things will happen to you. So that would be the characteristic that I would hope that, and we're known for that in Allegany County. When I get downstate and talk to people who grew up here, your next superintendent will tell you every time I run into him, he makes comments about Allegany County. The community knows how to work hard, and I think only good things come from that.
And one other thing I'd like to say, it has truly been a pleasure and an honor working with you. I've enjoyed it. So thank you for your service here.
Thank you.
Board members, any other comments? You can't let him off that easy. Come on.
No, it has been a pleasure. And you can really tell that you love what you do and you really, really care. And I appreciated that.
Thank you.
When I was first appointed to the board, my girls who you taught at Braddock just were so excited. They loved you. They said you made math fun, which they didn't get that from me. I don't like math. And I can guarantee you, when you hold that grandbaby, there is nothing else in the world like it. So congratulations and good luck.
Thank you.
And again, I've only had the pleasure of working with you for the past few months, but it really has been a pleasure. And to hear the stories that this board has, we are going to miss you tremendously. Thank you so much, Mr. Blank.
Thank you.
I just want to know,
Oh, geez.
you know, I was here for Jeff's start as superintendent, but Jeff asked me if he should do it. Did I answer the question right?
Yes. Yep. It's been a great experience.
Good.
If things were easy, everybody would do it. And having the opportunity to lead in this seat, in this community, it's been a real pleasure.
Well, I wouldn't be sitting here today if it wasn't for this guy. He held me in the position. So thanks for your service, Jeff.
Thank you.
I think we're done grilling him, right? Okay.
Yeah. I think I'm used to that seat, so is it okay if I sit over there to share this? Please bear with me. It's shorter than it should be, but I'll be respectful of everyone's time. So, I've enjoyed my journey as the Allegany County Public School system employee. It's been a true pleasure being part of such an outstanding system. One of the reasons I love working for ACPS over the years is because here we work as a team and work together to provide the best education possible for our students. I've been the superintendent for 6 years, and I know for a fact that it's only doable because of my team of family, my team of friends, my team of colleagues, and the support they provide me through this position. I first want to thank my wife, Lisa, who I didn't know was going to be here this evening. She's my rock throughout my career. There was no hesitation when I asked her about me applying for the superintendent position. I can't say enough about her support and advice. Most importantly, she let her focus on our family, which allowed me to balance work over the years. We've been blessed with an outstanding family. Katie and her husband, Robin, Amy and her husband, Dane, our son, Jacob, and our youngest child, Sally. All are successful young adults, all of whom are products of ACPS. I thank you for your support, insight, and understanding. I know that it is not easy when your dad is a superintendent, so thank you. I'd like to thank my mom and dad. Mom passed away March 20th. Dad is still with us at the nursing home at Eggle. And I'd like to thank Lee and Teresa Feeder. Lee passed away a few years ago, and they're my father-in-law and mother-in-law, for always believing in me and for their guidance and their wisdom over all the years, their support, all the different conversations I've had with them through our marriage and through my lifetime. There's no question their leadership has certainly helped me watch them and learn from them. Lisa and I are both one of 5 children. I want to thank our siblings and extended family for their unwavering support. So just within family, you can imagine how much support that we've had. And we support all of us, each other, through everyone's career in different times. Next, I want to say thank you to my First English Baptist Church family. I've been a lifelong member of FEBC, and the support they've shown me through the years has been greatly appreciated. Many can't relate to this, but I've been fortunate enough to grow up with a group that I consider brothers. And to that group, all I can say is thanks, guys. They know who they are and they know what they mean to me and to each other. Next, I need to thank my neighbors, my neighborhood and community for their constant encouragement. It's unbelievable how many people that you see in your day-to-day life that come out, and sometimes they can just look at you and know you're thinking about something, and all they do is support and encourage. ACPS is successful for many reasons. One of those is the support we get from our county institutional leaders and our county services. Thank you for all your help and guidance through the years. So many different services have helped us, from the health department to the police to the fire to all those services. Anytime there's something going on, that's the best thing about education. All those services will do anything they can do to help students and our staff. When I started my role as superintendent, I knew that I'd be working with the top-notch employees who go above and beyond each day and every day. Thank you to each and every one of you, past and present, for the dedication you have for our school system. They're truly amazing. A special thank you goes to my office staff and my senior staff. Lastly, I'd like to say thank you to our attorney and board members. Mike, thanks for all your legal advice and friendship. Linda and Max, in our short time together, I've appreciated your input. Thank you. And Lori, for always giving your perspective and insight, very much appreciated. The nice part of the board, you get views from all different angles, and that helps as far as trying to make decisions and move forward. We have a great board here if you haven't already figured that out. Crystal, we've been through quite a bit during the times as you've been board president. Allegany County is fortunate to have such a great leader. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank 2 former board members, Dr. Root and Mr. Farrell. Dr. Root has been a mentor to me throughout my entire administrative career, from a teacher at Frostburg State University, and from that point on in my master's classes. He's always been someone you can lean on, and I know many of us do. And Mr. Farrell, he was a huge advocate for Allegany County Public School System, and he is greatly missed by all. Last but certainly not least, Dr. Bond. You've been with me from the beginning of my superintendent career, and I thank you for believing in me. I thank you for trusting me in this position. To those who have reached out to me with emails, cards, handshakes, phone calls, thank you. There's so many people that have reached out. It's been overwhelming and much appreciated. People have asked me if I plan to move out of Allegany County after retirement, and the answer is easy: no. Allegany County has and always will be my home. I will continue to support and be an advocate for our school system, and will be positive about supporting the solutions. When I see you out, please continue to say hi and let me know how you and your family are doing. Thank you.
Are there any other board member updates? Seems irrelevant at this point, but I have to ask.
I do have
I'm going to
two
excuse myself and
No,
give
you're
it to
fine.
you
You're
a while.
fine. Yep. I have two small ones. First, I want to start with the most recent one. Last night, I had the honor of joining a celebration at Westside Elementary, recognizing their selection as one of just 10 schools nationwide for the Inspire the Future First Recognition Program. It was truly incredible to see a packed house, and as Jeff spoke to, what makes Allegany County special is our community. And I will tell you that seeing not just parents, but also students and alumni of the program, students that had aged out of the program, their siblings are doing it, was just incredible. And I think any opportunity that we get to show that your zip code does not dictate your future or what's possible, to see kids from Allegany County competing at an international stage is just something that's incredible. We saw it here tonight with our sports recognition. I mean, our kids are really doing incredible things, and parents are part of who makes that possible. So thank you to everyone there at Westside, and especially Mr. Hartung there. And the other thing I want to talk about is our community schools program. So on June 3rd, a number of us gathered with 14 community school coordinators and a ton of local partners for an incredible evening of recognizing the work that's going on in our community schools. I think one of the most beautiful things that we got to see was not just our community school coordinators talking about the things they're doing on the ground, but also to see all of our partners. You know, Bruce Outreach Center is one that comes to mind immediately, and what they've done to support recovery at Westernport and Georges Creek. I mean, it was just a beautiful evening where we got to celebrate those people. County government and the incredible resources that they provide, the sheriff's office, so many people make what's going on in our schools possible, and I think the community school model is part of that. The other thing that we got to do was we did a four-school visit with leadership from the Towson Center for Community Schools. This was Dr. Schiller and Dr. Stephanie Flores-Coolish from Loyola University, where we got to showcase the incredible work that we're doing in Allegany County schools to statewide, a center of excellence essentially for community school programs. We started at South Penn, where we spoke with Maddie Frank and heard about the incredible programs that they're doing there. Got to hear about the ways that the principal there, Tessa Farrell, is working with those community school funds to really make some incredible achievements, providing mental health services to our students. We then got to go to CTE, where we saw how, and as you can imagine, high schools are so much different than elementary, middle schools, seeing how we're being incredibly creative about the way that we engage these students, and to see things like, I mean, these are providing hygiene products, food, pantry services to our students. In this case at CT, they've used it to help provide their Skills USA blazers, which is incredible, breaking down that financial barrier of our kids, you know, being able to compete statewide and nationally, and having just looking like $1 million, to say the least. And then one of the most special parts of that day, and I know it's something the board and all of us have been thinking about, was we got to see our littles at Westernport up at Frostburg State University. And it was incredible to talk to Devin McGregor up there about the work that they've been doing over these last few weeks. And I think the beautiful thing about these partnerships is that they're reciprocal. So, you know, we've been engaging at the school level with these community school coordinators, and then when our students were in a time of need and our teachers were struggling, we were able to use those facilities at Frostburg State. And that story just continued. We went to Georges Creek. I talked to Shannon Green, who's the principal there, and Autumn Simons, who's another incredible community school coordinator. And we talked about a lot of things, but so much of it focused on the flood response and hearing how these communities were able to go in and get hygiene and food and other services without having to ask for those services because of the programs that we're all supporting. It was just really incredible. So sorry to take that little bit of time, but there are some incredible things going on in Allegany County. We're going to be expanding community schools next year. To that point, I want to thank Deb Matheny and Jenny Ramsey and all of those folks in the central office who make this work possible. It is really, really incredible to see our kids get the wraparound services and these communities get the things that they need. So that's all I wanted to say tonight. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Mr. Green. Are there any other board member updates? Just to note, we do not normally meet in July, but we will be meeting in July this year, and that meeting is scheduled for July 15th. And with that, motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Dr. Bond,
Second?
Second. All those in favor? Thank you all. Have a good evening.